Acts. Wait. Okay. So in the last class, we were discussing about speed and delay studies, and since the CS students are having some placement training, two classes have been missed. So I will be taking tomorrow the two classes after 2:30. So kindly attend the same tomorrow. So I will be completing the two studies. That is, one is on speed and that is, the one is origin and destination, and another one is a parking survey. So we will be directly moving to accident studies, accident survey today. So as we all know that the traffic engineer or the traffic control personnel should have some responsibility. In that responsibility, the main thing is the accident rate should be minimum. If we is designing the traffic signal or traffic components on the road, means the main thing is the traffic movement should be effective, efficient, and easy to access. And the last one is safety. Whenever there is a safety, means we can avoid this accident. The accident can be avoided. So whenever there is no safety in the road, there we can expect this accident. So accident means the basic definition of accident means collision of that is colliding or collision of two moving bodies. So collision of two moving bodies, or one moving body with the stationary body. Okay, one moving body with the stationary object, that we are going to call it as a accident. So collision means so accident. Wait a minute. So collision means you should understood that the collision under accident means collision of two moving bodies, or one moving body with the other stationary object. So the first thing comes to your mind means will the vehicle will be included in the collision or not? That is the passengers or the pedestrians will be included in the are the part of the accident or not? Yes, the major cause for the accident are the first one is a complex flow pattern of vehicular traffic. So complex flow pattern of vehicular traffic. So in our India, we know that mixed traffic condition. Okay, all the vehicles will be using the road, and not only one type of vehicle will be using the road, all other types of vehicles will be using the road. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Screen is visible or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Someone is trying to take over the session. Wait a minute. I'll be changing the settings. Wait for 2 minutes. Now, is the screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And my voice is audible, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, complex flow pattern of vehicular traffic. When we can say that complex flow pattern, when all other types of vehicles are moving on the road, means we can say that it is a complex flow pattern. So we can't analyze the driver's behavior, or we can't analyze the driver's situation, how we will be riding the vehicle. For example, we will consider this as a road. So you will consider this as a road. So let us consider a two-lane road. Your vehicle will be moving here. Your car is moving here. You will be moving in this lane. At some time, because of your mind diversion, or because of your mind diversion, because of traffic condition, you are going to move in this lane. So in this lane you are going to move. So we can't judge the driver that at what time he will be moving in this lane and what time he will be moving in this lane. So analysis of this driver behavior becomes very complex to us. So analyzing the driver situation will be complex to us. So that's why the main cause for the accident is a complex flow pattern. Complex flow pattern means the analysis of driver behavior is slightly difficult to analyze. Then presence of a mixed type of vehicle. Okay, you can see in the diagram presence of mixed type of vehicle, that is all the vehicles will be using the road. Not only the four wheelers, you can observe in the diagram the pedestrians are using the road, the two wheelers are using the road, the four wheelers, the trucks, everyone are using the road. Because of that it will be comes under the mixed traffic flow. So it will be mixed type of vehicle or a mixed traffic flow will be there. Because of the mixed traffic flow, there also the driver's behavior we can't analyze. So because of the complex behavior of the driver of mixed traffic, the accident may occur. Then the last one is pedestrians on the road. You can see majority of the accidents are occurred in the city limits are because of these pedestrians. We all know that pedestrians will be walking on the road itself. They will be not moving in the zebra crossing or footpath. They will not be using the footpath or zebra crossing to cross the road from one end to other end. But they will be simply walking on the road without seeing the vehicles which are coming in front of them. So because of that condition also, that accident may arise. That is there will be a chances of accidents. Because of these three conditions, the accidents are increasing in India. Because of a complex flow pattern, then presence of mixed type of vehicles and pedestrians on the road. These are the three basic cause which will be creating the accident in the road. And if you go for statistics in India or in Bangalore, for example, we will consider the statistics. So in Bangalore, per day there will be a 300 to 400 accidents in Bangalore city per day. You imagine for 1 month how much accident is it is going to occur, and for 1 year how many accidents will be there. And in that accident some will be leading to death and some will be leading to the injuries. So because of these three causes, the accident is going to occur. That is a complex flow pattern, presence of mixed type of vehicle, then pedestrians on the road. Because of the pedestrians, the accident rate is keeps on increasing. Now because of corona, so now because of corona, the vehicular movement is restricted. That's why from 1 month, from 1.5 month, we are not getting any accident cases. Rare. The accident cases are very rare in nature. If the corona is not there, means there will be surely increase in the accident cases because of these causes. Okay, the accident may involve property damages. Okay, property damages, personal injuries, and also death. So whenever you met with accident, means there will be injury to your body, then there will be property damage, and which may leads to death also. The accident may leads to death also. So keep it in mind, the accident may involve property damages. That is for example, if you are encountered with accident in a two wheeler or four wheeler, means the property of that two wheeler or four wheeler will be damaged. The property, the two wheeler or four wheeler will be damaged, so which will be creating a loss to you. Then personal injuries, that is body injuries, either breaking of leg or breaking of hand, like that the personal injuries will be there. And in sometimes if the accident is severe in nature, means it will leads to death also. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is the screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I told right in the earlier stages only the traffic engineer has to carry out systematic accident studies to investigate the cause of accident and to provide preventive measures. So the main function or the main agenda for this traffic engineer means he has to carry out a systematic accident study. So you will be appointed as a traffic engineer and he has to carry out a systematic accident study. How this accident occurred, what are the causes for this accidents, how many number of vehicles are involved, is there any leading to death or is there any injuries, everything he will be noting down and he will be providing the preventive measure or a corrective measure in terms of design and control. So this is the general concept behind accident survey. Okay, whatever the things you are observing in your daily life, okay, these are the things you will be observing in daily life. So these are the things we will be observing in our daily life. The accident and the causes also we will be knowing. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? The major cause for accident and what are the components which will be included in the accident? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one is what are the objectives or uses of accident survey. So in all the studies what we have discussed other than the parking study, we have come up with this objectives or uses in the survey. And remember again this accident survey we are going to discuss in the fourth module. Okay, I'm not going to discuss in detail in the fourth module. I will be discussing these things in the second module only. 1 or 2 points, whatever which are left out here, I will be discussing in the fourth module. So today we will be seeing what are the objectives or uses of accident survey. Now you will be seeing the accidents in your daily life. So from that you will be thinking that why this accident has occurred, if the proper road design is there or if the proper speed breakers are provided at the junctions or intersection, this accident could not have happened. You will be thinking. So the first and foremost thing is the objective is to the cause of accidents. Okay, what is the cause for accidents you are going to determine. Okay, the objective, the main agenda of this accident studies is to determine the causes and to suggest corrective measures at potential locations. Potential locations means it is critical locations. Okay, can anybody tell where the critical locations occurs? Especially in the intersections. Okay, that is especially in the intersections. For example, we will consider this as a four-legged intersection. If the traffic signal is not provided, traffic signs are not provided, then there will be more number of accidents will be there. So more number of accidents will be there. So the cause for this accident is not providing the traffic signal or not providing the traffic signs. But if you provide the proper traffic signals and the traffic signs at the intersection, means we can expect less number of accidents. Less number of accidents if we provide a proper corrective measures. Corrective measures providing the zebra crossing for pedestrians in all the sections. Then providing the speed breakers. Okay, whenever you are approaching the intersection, means you can observe there will be a speed breaker. That is the common measure which will be provided to avoid the accident in the intersection. So to know the cause of accident and to suggest corrective measures at critical locations. Where these critical locations occurs? At the intersection. Make a note of it. That is at the intersection we are going to know the cause and you are going to provide the corrective measures. And to evaluate existing design, regulation and control measures. So when for example for this four-legged intersection you have already provided the, so we'll consider the same four-legged intersection. So this is the intersection. So you have already provided the zebra crossing. Okay, you are already provided the zebra crossing for pedestrian crossing. Okay, and you have installed the traffic signal light also for all the roads. You have installed the traffic signal light also. So you all know that how this traffic signal light will be indicated. So you have installed the traffic signals also, but after installing all these measures, the accident rate is not reduced. Okay, the accident rate is not reduced. So why this accident rate is not reduced? For that, you are going to evaluate the existing design, whether the signal is functioning properly, the zebra crossing is functioning properly or not, you are going to check it. If it is not running properly, means you are going to provide the control measure, or you are going to redesign the existing facility. So remember, to evaluate the existing design, okay, to evaluate the existing design, regulation and control measures, we are going to use this accident data. Then to support proposed changes in design, regulation and control measures in the selected zones. For example, we will take this same intersection. For example, the signal timings, okay, the signal timings is 120 seconds they are given. Because of shorter duration, the accident rates are occurring here. Accidents are occurring. So you have proposed the timings to 200 seconds. Okay, you are changed the timings to 200 seconds, and after changing it to 200 seconds, you are going to check whether the 200 seconds of signal timings is adequate or not. Okay, I think you all know that signal timings, right? Is it? Is it so? Signal timings. Do you know this traffic signal timings, right? Kindly respond.
Yes, sir.
So you will be having, right, 30 seconds red, 40 seconds green. So that thing we are going to collect as signal timings. Okay. So if we are changing the signal timings, means you are going to support that design, regulation and control, and to carry out before and after studies. So earlier the signal timings was 120 second. Now the signal timings was 200 second. You are going to carry out accident data. You are going to collect the accident data. How much accident has occurred when 120 second is given as traffic signal timings? How many accidents have occurred at 200 seconds? That is how many number of accidents occurs at 120. So before and after implementation, you are going to study, and to make computations of financial loss due to accidents. So I told right in the first slide that there will be some property damages will be there, and property damages and injuries will be there. Property damages and injuries. So property damages which will be related to vehicle, injuries which will be related to human. So we all know that nowadays the hospitals are becoming very costlier. So if there is any injury, means you have to pay some amount in the hospital to get recover. So that amount we are going to call it as financial. Okay, that amount which is related to accident, we are going to call it as accident cost. Then your vehicle get damaged due to accident, means you are going to leave that vehicle for repair works, or repair works or servicing works. There also you are going to lose some amount of cost. That is, some cost you are going to lose, that will be included in this financial. So whenever there is an accident, means to make computations of financial losses because of the vehicle and because of the human. So those cost which is related to human and vehicle will be worked out in this accident studies. Okay, the last one is to provide economic justification for the improvement measures. So economic justification, that is whether it is economically viable. As we Indians, what we think means for everything, if you are procuring a single mobile or if you are procuring anything means you will be seeing the amount, whether it is economically viable or feasible for us or not. Similarly, in the accident survey, you are going to check the economic justification. Economic justifications which are provided by the traffic engineer for the improvement measures. So that is for example increasing the signal timings from 120 to 200, whether it is economically viable, economically justifiable, all those things you are going to check it using this accident survey. So these are the 6 causes which will be having or which will be using objectives or uses of accident study. One is cause for accident and to provide preventive measures, and to evaluate the existing design and control and measures, to support the proposed changes in design, regulation and control, to carry out before and after studies, then to make computations of financial losses due to accidents, then to provide economic justification, that is whether it is economically viable or not. Okay, is it clear? Objectives and uses.
Yes, sir.
Others, is it clear? Kindly respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next we will move to what are the key elements for key elements in the traffic accident. Whenever you are encountered with accident or whenever you have seen the accident means these 5 are the basic elements which will be in the traffic accident. So in the exam they will ask mention the basic elements of accident. Only they will ask for 2 marks. Mention the basic elements of accident and explain the causes. First one is a road user. We the people are the road user. That is a passenger, driver, pedestrian. So these are the 3 members we will be using the road. So road user, we are the key element. Then vehicle. Why? Because the road user will be using the vehicle which will be encountered with the accident. Then road and its condition. Again the vehicle will be using the road which will be creating the accidents or which will be encountering the accident. Then the traffic condition. Then comes the environmental factors like snow, fog, mist, then rainfall, all this comes under this environmental factors. So remember the 5 basic elements involved in the accident are road user, we the people are the road user, then vehicle, road and its condition, traffic, the last one is environmental factors. Okay, you can see here the road users, the pedestrians, the drivers and the passengers we will be included in the accident. Then the vehicle which is moving on the road which will be included in the accident. Then comes the road and condition. Okay, the road and condition, that is whether if it is a good road or bad road, that is the road with distresses like pothole, patching, everything has done means it will be creating the accidents. Then comes the traffic. When there is a big traffic issue, that is the traffic jam, there we can expect this accident. Okay, the traffic. The last one is environmental factors, that is the rain. Okay, almost not majority, some up to certain extent the rain will be creating the problem. Why? Because poor visibility will be there. So because of the poor visibility of the road, there will be chances of accidents during the rain and fog or mist. Okay, these are the 5 basic elements. So you should remember road user, we the people, vehicle, what we are using the vehicle, then road and its condition, that is whether it is a proper road or good road or bad road, then traffic, that is the congestion, the last one is a environmental factor. Okay, environmental factor. So these are the 5 basic elements you should remember for accident survey. These are the, whenever you see the accident means either of the 5 elements, it will be 1 or 2 elements will be present in the accident. Okay, when you are seeing any accident in future, you see that either road user will be involved, vehicle will be involved, road and its condition, traffic and environmental factors. These are the 5 basic elements will be involved in the traffic accident. The next one is causes. So this is very important from the examination point of view. Why? Because the major question they will ask is explain the causes for accident survey, or explain the cause for accident survey. So these are the 8 to 9 causes we are going to encounter, we are going to have for the accident data. Okay, that is in 10 causes are there. So I told right the 5 basic elements which will be involved in the accident. The road user, you can see here, these are the 3 components which comes under the road user, and vehicle defects, then road and design, traffic you can see, then weather you can see. So all the 5 parameters are involved in this only. So you can see this is the road user, vehicle, road and its condition, traffic and environmental factor. Now we will be seeing one by one. The first one is drivers. Okay, as we all know that drivers are the main key point for your travel. So what are the causes? Because of excessive speed. That is the road is designed for 100 kmph. You will be moving at 140 kmph. If the excessive speed is there, means there is a chances of accidents will be there. Okay, then rash driving. Nowadays it has become a trend that the rash driving, so without saying anything which is side towards your side, or which will be in front of you or back, simply driving the vehicle in rash manner, which will be creating the problem for the road users. That is rash driving by the drivers, which is a cause for the accident. Then violation of rules and regulations. Okay, usually all the drivers will be violating the rules and regulations. That is especially in the traffic signals. Especially in the traffic signals, the drivers are going to violate the rules and regulation. So simply they will be jumping the signal. Signal jumping is done means it is a violation of rules and regulations, which will leads to accidents also. So whenever you are crossing the signal means you should check whether the signal indication is for you or for others, so that we can avoid accidents. Then fatigue. Fatigue means stress. If you are a fully stressed person means you can't drive the vehicle. If you try to drive the vehicle means you are going to encounter with accident. Then some people will be sleeping. Majority of the accidents during night. During night time will be because of the sleeping only. Sleeping of the driver, and consumption of alcohol. Okay, the consumption of alcohol, which will be the cause for accident. That is the consumption of alcohol, which is a cause for accident. Okay, is it clear? So we all know that if you consume alcohol means you don't have the control over the vehicle. You will be simply riding the vehicle or driving the vehicle, which will be having problem and which will be encountered with the accident. Is it clear? Is
Yes,
it clear?
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
The next
sir.
one is pedestrians. Okay, these are the general things you have already known. Okay, in your daily life you are going to see these accidents, so you can easily judge. So pedestrians, why they will be having cars violating the regulations and carelessness. Usually the pedestrians will be, I will show one diagram. So we will consider a four-legged intersection. So we will be providing a zebra crossing for a pedestrian near the junction, but they will be not using the zebra crossing. They will be simply walking at in the middle of the road, and they will be moving from one end of the road to other end. So violating of those rules will leads to accidents. And in the signals also there will be separate pedestrian signal timings will be there, but they will not be using that pedestrian signal timings. Whenever the vehicles are running, they will be simply moving from one end of the road to other end, which will be creating the problems, and that is the carelessness. The third one is passengers, okay, alighting from or getting into a moving vehicle, especially in the bus stops. The passengers who are alighting, that is, who are taking into the bus, who are moving into the bus, and who are departing from the bus will be having the cause for the accident. That is, whenever a moving vehicle is there means it should stop. Whenever a public vehicle which is moving means till it should stop, you have to wait for departure. That is, you are going to get down from that vehicle till it stops. Some people will be there, they will be keep on getting down when the vehicle is moving, which will be cause for the accidents. The next one is a vehicle defects. Okay, there is a vehicle because of failure of brakes. As we all know that because of failure of brakes, that is, if there is any failure in the brake of your vehicle, you can't apply the vehicle brake whenever you encountered with the obstruction on the road. So you will be encountering with the accident. Then steering system. Okay, that is a poor steering system. That is nowadays it has become a automated steering system. What we call that steering system? Is it automated or something? In olden days it was manual steering. Now it has came with what type of steering system it is? Anybody? Kindly respond.
Power steering.
Power steering. Yes, it is a power steering. Now, initially it was a manual steering. You have to make a full effort for turning your vehicle. But if you are having a power steering means a small turning of the steering wheel leads to large variation in the direction. So if the system, steering system is of poor in nature means which will be having a cause for the accident. Then lighting system, that is especially during night time. During night time, if you are having a poor lighting system means you are going to encounter with the accident. And during night time, only two things are the major cause for accidents. One is the sleeping of a driver. The another one is the poor lighting system. The next one is skidding. Road condition, that is skidding, pothole and ruts. That is a friction. If the friction is not developed between the tire surface and pavement surface means which will be creating the accidents. Then potholes, that is the road condition. I think in Bangalore it was there earlier 3 years back. Because of potholes only, there were 1,000 to 2,000 accidents were there for 1 month. Okay, 2,000 to 2,000 vehicular accidents was there before last 3 years. Okay, so because of the potholes only, the accident is going to occur. The next one is road design. Okay, road design means defective geometric design like horizontal curves, vertical curves and width of the road. So improper providing of radius of horizontal curve, that is in the curve portion, not providing the sufficient radius, and width of the road. You can observe if the width of the road is more means the accident rates are very less. If you are moving with a small width road means the accident rate is going to increase. The next one is traffic condition. Okay, traffic condition, that is other vehicles of the traffic stream. That is other than the accident vehicles, the vehicles, other vehicles which will be moving, they will be creating the accident. Why? Because for example, you will be moving here We will consider a vehicle and we will be moving in a road. So this vehicle, this is your vehicle and B is the other vehicle. You will be following the vehicle B. If they apply the brake suddenly means you are going to come and hit this vehicle. If you are not attentive means you are going to hit the vehicle. That is a rear end collision we are going to call. That is a rear end collision which is because of other traffic which will be, that is other vehicle which are moving in the traffic which will cause the accident. Then weather condition, I told mist, fog, snow, dust, smoke, heavy rainfall. Because of this there will be poor visibility. So poor visibility will be there. I told if the visibility is not good, then we are going to encounter with the accidents. Then stray animals on the road. Nowadays in the cities you can observe the dogs, then the cows or buffaloes or oxes, they will be moving on the road, which will be creating the, or which will be causing the accidents in the road. Then other causes are incorrect signs and signals. Okay, improper or inefficient or improper design of the signals and signs in the intersection. They will be creating the problems, or they will be creating the causes for accidents. Okay, these are the 10 causes you have to remember for accidents. They will ask for 10 marks. 1 point, 1 mark, 1 point. 1 point for 1 mark. That is the causes. The driver, excessive speed, rash driving, violation of rules and regulation, fatigue, sleep and consumption of alcohol. When it is comes for pedestrian, violating the regulations, carelessness, passenger alighting from or getting into the moving vehicle, that is especially in the bus stops. We can observe these accidents usually in the bus stops. Then the vehicle defects, that is failure of brakes, steering system, poor lighting system and tire burst. Tire burst. Then road condition, skidding, potholes, ruts, etc. I told right. In 2017-18, there were 1000 to 2000 vehicular accident has occurred because of this pothole formation in Bangalore. Okay. Then road design, defective geometric design of horizontal curve, vertical curve and width of the road. Traffic condition, other vehicles of the traffic stream, that is the vehicle which is moving in front of you. If they apply suddenly the brake means you are going to hit that vehicle. You are going to apply the brake and you are going to hit that vehicle which will be creating the accident. Then weather condition, that is poor visibility will be there if the weather condition is changing, that is mist, fog, snow, dust, smoke, heavy rainfall, etc. Animals, stray animals on the road, that is the dog, hogs, buffalo, which will be moving on the road, which will be creating the accident. Then other causes are incorrect signs and signals. Okay, is it clear? Causes for accidents. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Kindly respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Others, you can leave a message or you can. Okay. So in the next class, we will be discussing about various steps involved in traffic accidents, collection of data, then accident report. We will be looking at what are the. Then the last concept will be level of service. Okay, we will be discussing this level of service in the next class. Okay, I will stop here. So I hope. Shall I take tomorrow? Kindly respond. Shall I take tomorrow class? For CSC students, kindly respond. Shall I take tomorrow?
Sir.
At what time? You can tell me the time. I have class at 1:30 to 2:30. Shall we meet at 3 o'clock tomorrow? Kindly respond. Shall we meet at 2 o'clock tomorrow? 3 o'clock? Is it okay? Kindly respond. Jeevan Kumar. Ananta Krishna. Kindly respond. Is it okay tomorrow?
Okay, sir.
Okay. I will be taking the class tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So kindly attend the same. So I will be covering this parking study and origin and destination study. So from Wednesday onwards, we will be solving the problem. By Monday, I will be completing this theory portion, and we will be solving the problems from Wednesday. So I will be giving the quiz on Monday or Wednesday. So be prepared for the quiz through MS Teams. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You can leave the session. Thank you. Have a good day.